What is happening, people? Look, welcome back to Gooner Down Under TV. We do have a lot to get through, so I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm still pissed off from the game, so if you'd like to subscribe, make my day a little bit better, please go ahead and subscribe. Like the video as well, it does really help out. Please leave a comment, let's have a chat. What do you think went wrong? I'm going to try and say my piece. Do you think I'm talking rubbish? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Let me know. But we've got to get straight into it. We've got to get straight into it, and every loss just feels that much worse. I feel like the last 3 games, we've only picked up 1 point in the league. Yes, that point against at Anfield against Liverpool was huge, but in the bigger scope, it's really not that big of a deal. Yes, we held them out for 1 week, didn't let them get points either, but we aren't capitalizing on missed opportunities. Against Aston Villa, we definitely should have won. We were the better team, we were creating chances. We didn't finish our dinner. Today, slightly different. I don't think we had as many clear-cut openings. There were some chances that we definitely should have done better. And, we'll talk about these 3 in a second. But it was just poor. And at this point in the title race, every single loss feels that much worse. It feels like 3 losses in a row. I keep saying it. And, bigger picture, again, let's think it's probably not the worst thing. We're at the halfway point. We're 2 points behind first. It could be worse. The problem is, though, season on season, Man City end strong. Liverpool end strong. So we know they're probably going to most likely have a very good run to finish off the season. So one, it's not about just keeping up to them. We're going to have to overtake them. Liverpool tend to go on these crazy win streaks. We know Man City do. Can we? Does our football look like it can be consistent, sustainable, and can we go on that big run? I'm starting to think we can't less and less. It's definitely not over. Still a whole lot of season to play. Liverpool's not going to have Salah, this and that. But we're going to have to start picking it up soon. And I think we have to start talking about this front 3. They're all quality. I don't think we can talk about them not being good players. But we just don't have that guy that's going to get you goals at least every second game. Whether it's Man City with Haaland, Liverpool with Salah, damn well if it's not this game, next game, they're going to grab you a damn goal. At least one. And with us, we never know. Is it going to be Martinelli today? Is it going to be Saka? Is it going to be Odegaard? Is it going to be Jesus? And the problem is none of them are that consistent that as long as they get theirs, other people will chip in and we'll be fine. It's one of those times where, look, we can have days where no one scores. Even if we played another whole game, I don't think we're going to get anything. I really don't think we're going to create anything from that game. And it's just, we need a bagsman. It doesn't even need to be a striker. It can be from wing. We just need someone who's consistently going to score. Saka has periods of that. Odegaard has stretches of that. Martinelli sometimes can come in. Jesus can get a bunch of goals, in a few games and then probably not score for 10 or so. And so, we're definitely under it. Liverpool, Man City have a huge advantage there. And they have the experience. They've done it. They've been there, done that. All we've done was gotten really close to what we've wanted and not being able to finish it. So yeah, regarding the performance, I thought it was very slow. I thought none of these guys really played well. A lot of people are picking out Martinelli, and he's probably my favorite player, but I'm going to have to pick him out as well. He's been poor probably the whole season. He's had his few games here and there, but on the whole, just hasn't been good enough. I'll cut him a little bit of slack, at least on the right-hand side. Saka has Odegaard and Ben White constantly playing with him, trying to make little triangles, find little pockets of space where, he put himself in today. He had a couple good opportunities, didn't take advantage of them. So that's the issue on Saka's part. He's getting into the positions, not taking advantage, and Martinelli isn't even really doing that. On the left, Zinchenko's either inverting or so far back, left back, that it's not really able to do anything. He's always getting double teamed, and he's just sort of in no man's land. He can maybe take on plays a little bit more, and that's what I want to see more of him. Sometimes there's times where he got his player one-on-one, that second defender was real slow getting to him, and he still was hesitant passing back. Just attack, try something different. At this point, everyone knows how to defend against us. We need to be a little bit more dynamic. Yes, West Ham defended really well. They had everyone behind the ball. But how often did we really test him? I think any Premier League side, if they have everyone behind the ball, can defend you when you're playing so slow, not really asking questions of them, just passing it backwards and around, not really trying to make anything. We did have quite a few glimpses of openings, I'll say. We didn't really create many clear-cut chances as my eye just completely unravels. We didn't have any clear-cut openings, but we did have some glimpses. There was times where Odegaard, Saka were passing to each other. We nearly, get a shot opportunity, or we're, doing something. But all of those occasions happen when we're playing quick. When we're on the front foot, when we're attacking, quick passes, not holding onto the ball, looking left, looking right, looking middle. What's my best option? No one's there. Okay, let's pass back. Ben White as well. So many times he's got the ball. He's not that guy. Like, how often is he actually going to cut through a team? Like, what are you waiting so long for? Yes, you can see everyone who's open, but someone's open, bam, let's go. Try and make some openings. We know West Ham's going to sit back, especially after they get that first goal. Why be so slow? It just looked flat, looked, a lot of the olden days under maybe Wenger, even some Emery ball, just wasn't good enough. But back to Martinelli. Yes, he's isolated. I'm still not going to cut him too much slack, just a little bit, because I don't think he has sort of the same potential partnerships that Saka has. Not many people are trying to play, intricate passes with him to get him open, but I still want to see more. I want to see him take on that fullback. I want to see him, trying to be dynamic, not just getting the ball, a couple dribbles, passing back. Is that a tactic from Arteta, or is Martinelli just completely off it this season? I don't know, but I want to see more risks being taken. Jesus, again, link-up play, everything's okay. When it comes in front of goal, he had a few heading opportunities. I never expected it to go in. I never expected it to go in once. He just doesn't have that instinct in front of goal. I think, honestly, if we get a striker, play him on the wing, I think he might even be better. Or if we get a player, there's none available, so I'm just saying hypothetically, if we get like a Salah type player where he can get 30 goals, then Jesus can be really impactful. Then he can press, do his things, link up, try and make him, find openings to other players. But we need that bagsman, and the fact that we're not getting it from our striker, it makes it tough. Yes, link up play is beautiful, but at the end of the day, strikers need to score goals. We're all talking about Havertz not scoring, not assisting. He's been playing centre mid most of the season. Jesus has been the striker. Nketiah has been the striker. Neither of them have been doing anything. Nketiah had one game, fair play to him, got a hat-trick in the Premier League. That's awesome. Besides that, what has 2 goals? Jesus, what does he have? 2 goals? I haven't even checked. I can remember a header a couple of weeks ago, and that's it. Saka played okay. Of the front 3, was maybe the most likely to score, but then when he got into the chance, straight to the keeper, I don't know. I don't know if it's composure, I don't know if it's form, fatigue, what, but it just doesn't look right, and it just looks like a bit of a mess. We need to shake things up. January's around the corner. I want someone coming in, not alone, not someone who's maybe for the future, like a Kivior, fair play to him, but I want someone who's going to come in and make an impact. It's against Liverpool, it's against Man City. Those guys are only going to get better as the season continues. We need to pick up. And it's not even pick up just to stay on course. We need to go ahead if we want to win this. It's fine if you just want to be in a title race, but I actually want to win a Premier League for, the first time in my life where I've been conscious enough to know what's happening. Not when I'm like 5 or something. But not good enough. We're moving on. A lot of people slagging Declan Rice. I think it's fair. Probably was his worst game of the season. But, I think in a game like this where everyone's behind the ball, we don't really need to look at him. A lot of what he does is clear things up, make sure we have the ball go into our attackers. That's job done. He didn't really need to do much. He did give away a stupid penalty, but at that point, who even cared about the game at that point? It was done. It was done. But it does show the differences in skill set between him and Partey. Partey definitely can slice a team, put in a killer through ball, make advancing passes and really open up a team. Declan Rice doesn't really have that. More of a driver, that's sort of his attacking threat. And when a team's everyone behind the ball, there's no room. It needs to be quick, good passes and break them down. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that. Not saying he's some limited CDM now, because I think he's still potential to be world class. He's a star at the moment, but it means everyone else is going to have to pick up. It means everyone else is going to have to pick up. Looking at the front three, looking at Odegaard, looking at whoever's playing at that left eight. If a team has low blocks, we need to do something better. And it sort of goes into this point. We only have one way to play. Everyone knows Zinchenko's coming into the midfield. Martinelli's going to be isolated on the left. And that's it. We need to be able to mix things up, have our midfielders maybe go a little bit more forward, have our attackers come more central, have those fullbacks just running down the wings. Doesn't need to be our main option. It's just something to change up when we're not able to break a team down. Yes, we had 30 shots, but how exaggerated were those shots? You see the XG, we doubled their XG, but really did we? To be fair, West Ham didn't create much either. They took their chances, fair play to them, but we didn't really have any good chances. None that I'm like, that should have gone in. Maybe the Jesus header, maybe one Saka shot, but besides that, 90 minutes of you're the front team, you're the team on the front foot, the other team's playing the low block, that's all you create. That's not good enough, and I think we need different options. I'll say it, Zinchenko's not good enough defensively, we all know that. Attacking-wise, don't think he was that great either, and I think we need different options. Yes, Timber, fair play, was meant to be that. Unfortunately, first game got injured. But we're going to have to find some way to switch it up. I just don't know if the inverted fullback works all the time against low blocks that are going to be more physical, not create any space. Zinchenko sometimes, to be fair, can play that killer pass. But I don't know, just not seeing it, just not seeing it. I think we have a lot of work to do. Makes a good point. What do you think we should do in January? I think definitely we need a front man. I think we need maybe a midfielder and a left back as well, or a full back, because Tomiyasu always getting injured as well. Ben White, he's there, but do we need someone else as well to give us a different option? I'd love if we had someone who can come in at right back or left back and just bomb the wings, a bit more expansive, good on the ball, can cross, fast, pacey. We just don't really have that. We don't really have that, and I think that's a huge miss from our team. And last one, a lot of times I was calling for Trossard in the midfield. I think in the future it can work, but unfortunately we don't have time. We're not trying to go for a European spot competition, 4th, 5th, and that's a good season. We're trying to win this. And unfortunately, we can't afford to trial players in new positions where they may work. I think he's got the skill set. He's definitely got the skill set, can play with both feet, can shoot outside the box, good passer, technically brilliant, but defensively very weak, doesn't offer much in that midfield. And even attacking-wise, this season, honestly, Trossard has not lived up to the has not lived up to his levels. Pre-season he was fantastic, probably unfairly dropped at the start of the season to go for our main three, then never was able to really pick up form. Has had some odd cameos here and there where he's looked good, but he has not lived up to his form either. So I don't know if it's that left wing position and Martinelli or Trossard aren't able to do something because of what we've changed, but something has to happen. Something has to change from now so that we can go on and try and kick on. I don't really want to see Trossard play left 8 anymore. Maybe in FA Cup games, this and that, but in Champions League, Premier League, I don't think it's going to work. Havertz, to be fair, we missed his physicality. Whatever you might say about Havertz, we missed his physicality. He's another big presence in midfield. Does that dirty work as well that no one really pays attention to. And for what we were doing today, probably would have been one of our better options. West Ham were parking that bus. A lot of times we're relying on random crosses here and there. One, we had no one in the box. Maybe one of our players against 6 of theirs. And 2, who in our team is good in the air? Havertz isn't necessarily a great header of the ball in terms of being accurate, getting a goal, but he at least gets his head on something, can, make it awkward for teams, put it into a bad place for them, head it towards one of our players for a second shot. But who in our team was good in it? What am I even saying? I'm so annoyed I can't even think. Who in our team is good in the air and we're relying on so many crosses? That's how you know you've been found out and you've got no other option. When you're just willy-nilly trying to hope something happens, cross it in, see what happens. just not good enough. I think we need definitely a left 8 anytime Havertz isn't there. We need someone who can play box to box, who can be a little bit more creative, do everything. Douglas Luiz would be good. I don't see us getting him, to be honest. I think Partey, I love him. He's a great player, star, absolutely class. Probably on his day, I don't know about this. I'm just saying it. Why not? It's a thought. Probably the closest player we have to being world class. Maybe Saliba you can chuck in, but Partey on his day is just unreal. Unreal. But he's never available. So what's the point in keeping him? I think we need another CDM. I think we need an attacker. I think we need a fullback, and we need a lot. And we need to make it quick. Transfer window opens in a couple days. I don't expect us to do anything quick. We do have Fulham in a couple days. Hopefully we can overturn it there, because if we drop points there, I think it's going to start looking, the mountain to climb is going to be even bigger and bigger. It's going to look more unlikely and more unlikely. I'm going to stop. I think if I talk too much, I'm actually going to start getting angry and angrier. Whereas here I thought, just get my thoughts out, try and keep it civil, but we'll see. We'll see. I got to wrap this up before I get even worse. So I'm just going to stop. Okay. If you've liked the video, please like the video, subscribe. If you want to comment, please comment. Let's have a chat. What did you think went wrong? As always, more important than that, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in that next video. Peace.